Lots and lots of things are happening. But for me, I don't want us to take our minds off Reverend John Ntim Fordjour's allegation that a plane had landed here with cocaine and money, supposed to be a conduit for money laundering. We must bring finality to that matter so that it doesn't appear that we just scream and cry, and if that is the case, we must bring finality to that matter. We must also bring finality to the matter involving the so-called missing containers of ECG. As a committee being formed, yes, what timelines were given the committee, we need to know. And what do they have to report? We need to be told. It cannot be business as usual. And I'll keep sounding this admonition to the government in power formed by the NDC. And oftentimes people confuse two issues. They confuse a party on its own and a party that has formed a government. So when you criticize the government, it means that then you are criticizing their party. No. When you become a party in government, you assume a different posture, even though you cannot lose yourself. But when you become a party on your own, like a party in opposition or a party in power, that's a different matter altogether. And I want to sound this admonition to the government, and by extension, the NDC party, that if the things of the yesteryears are repeated today, we form committees, we don't conclude, we leave them hanging, etc., all those things. The defeat that was faced by your arch rivals in the last election, the humiliating and embarrassing defeat, you will face ×3 of that. A third power of that. Always have that in mind on each and every action that you want to take. Always have that in mind. Always have that in mind. Not so long ago, our Minister for Lands and Natural Resources was on TV and he wept. Some say he shouldn't have wept because then it shows that he has been overwhelmed by the problems of Galamsey and that he is not fit for purpose and that he should leave. Others also say that, well, he wept because he thought that the situation had become so devastating and so heart-wrenching that he had to weep to demonstrate how he felt inside about the going situation. Others also say that, oh, he's just being a human being. Whatever your position is, you are right in your thinking. But those who are saying that the minister should not have wept, and they are saying that he's not fit for purpose, when push came to shove for them to demonstrate how they were fit for purpose and competent on the job, how did they react? It's a very basic question to ask. How did those people react when push came to shove and they had to demonstrate competence on the job? How did they act? We sat and watched and supervised, in fact, organized and supervised the destruction of our water bodies, our forest reserves. I've seen Elikem Kotoko and his team from the Forestry Commission do a lot of work. And I still ask myself, people at Minerals Commission, people at Forestry Commission, people at all those other places that had the duty and the responsibility to us as a people to ensure that Galamsey did not happen. Some of them are still at post. And I'm saying that the people who created the problem cannot be the same people helping to solve the problem. Because their interest was never to fix a problem or to prevent the problem from happening. Their interest, first of all, was to create the problem so they can profiteer of the problem. So if there are people at Forestry Commission whose job was it that this forest reserve is under your control and nobody should get in there, and people got in there, they have no business working at the Forestry Commission. They should have been picked up by now, investigated. If they are found guilty, they should be standing trial by now, and they should be thrown away into jail. If there are people at Minerals Commission who are found to be complicit, they should be picked up and investigated. If they are found guilty, they should be tried. If they are tried, they should be tossed into jail. The only way we can end this nonsense called Galamsey is when we determine in our hearts that without fear or favor. And they will say ill will or affection. The people who are genuinely responsible, whether they be high and mighty or low and bubbly, we find them and we deal with them. It's not a matter of politicizing, because as soon as you start politicizing the conversation about Galamsey, common sense. And they say, oh yeah, we were doing it and you said we can't do it, they voted us out, so you fix it. Is that how to build a nation, really? Is that how to build a nation? Any leader that does not take feedback from his people is not a wise leader, is not a good leader, is not fit for purpose. Any leader at all, whether elected or appointed or nominated or whatever it is, any leader is not fit. If you can't take feedback, you are not fit for purpose. You are not fit for purpose. You are not fit for purpose. The last tree will be cut, the last river will die out, the last fish will die, and then that is when we will know the height of our folly. When we started this Galamsey, go to the forest and go and fight it. You sit in Accra and talk. We're having to postpone the fight against Galamsey until after the elections, as if after the elections everything will change. I mean, our mindset. And I've said that, look, Mr. Minister, don't cry on TV. Mr. Minister, don't weep on TV. Mr. Minister, trace the thing up to the top. Find top 10 of those financiers. Bring them before the law. Find them guilty. Jail them. And let's see if anybody will dare go into the forest again.